What's up, carnivores? Zach here with American Smoke, and today we're going to talk about a few tips, tricks, hacks, things that I kind of wish I'd always known about my pit boss here, and I'm just going to share them with you guys today. Maybe you're just now getting a pit boss, maybe you're just not getting a pellet smoker, or maybe you're just not getting a vertical pellet smoker like this, and you're wondering what are some tips and tricks, some hacks, some things that you really only learn from experience, and then maybe some things you really only learn if somebody else tells you. So let's get into that right now. One thing that I want to point out is if you've got a leaky door, you can replace these latches, okay? So I put these on. I've got a video on how to do that. You don't have to worry about anything. Got 3 different latches on this thing now. I've got the factory latch and these 2 extra latches. It's foolproof. Another thing I did to ensure heat retention and to reduce smoke leaking out of my door was I put a aftermarket seal around the edges. Also, in the same video where I put these latches on, show you how to put these on, so you can check that out. I'll try to leave a link to that down below, or you can just go to my channel and you can find that in my recent videos. If you haven't already, go ahead, hit that like button for me, help your boy out. It's free to do, and it helps my channel out a lot, and it's free, so just hit that like for me. The next hack is on this particular model. It's something that has actually come in kind of handy for me on several different occasions, especially if you've got a full chamber. Is you've got these grooves that your shelves sit in here, and typically what that means is you've got pretty even spacing all the way up. But let's say you're trying to stick a turkey in there and you want some dressing up here and some mac and cheese up there, but that doesn't leave you room for your turkey. Well, on top of these shelves, you can actually move your shelf up, set it on top of those grooves, and allow yourself a little bit more breathing room if need be, instead of your standard 4 heights. You can come in and you can get much more diversity in the heights that you're able to use. And I've never had a single problem with one of these trying to slip or go anywhere or anything. Nothing, no problems whatsoever. And so that's just sort of something I've figured out over the last couple years using this thing that has come in handy on several different occasions where the space that is provided was not the amount of space that I needed. So that's a big hack right there, big tip, something I've learned. Another one is the smokestack. I close mine down all the way when I'm not using it, and I open it up all the way when I am using it. This is a computer fan-driven system, so it doesn't need airflow to burn. It needs the computer to have as much control as possible to burn, and so I run mine all the way up. You can play with it, see what you think. I got a video on that as well, on why I chose this, and I go into more explanations, but that's just sort of a troubleshooting hack, something that I've kind of figured out that you can put in your tool pouch, use it how you need it, run it all the way up all the time. Unless you're cooking outside and there's rain and stuff trying to get in, you might want to shut it down a little bit then. Close it all the way down when you're not using it, open it all the way up when you are using it. Let the air flow, let the computer do its thing. So whether you've got this particular model of Pit Boss or a different model, almost all of them have this on the inside that sits in here just like that. And what that is supposed to do, it's supposed to just keep large things from falling in there, people's arms and stuff going down in there, because there is an auger down here at the bottom. And I'm sure that either there was a lawsuit or there is potential for a lawsuit for somebody. So this is not me telling you to take it off. I'm just telling you what I did. This is just me telling you how I do mine. This is not me telling you how to do yours. Legal disclaimer, do not do this. But yeah, so I took mine out. It makes it much easier to get in, stir my pellets, much easier to get my hand down and play with the auger. No, I'm just joking. It serves no purpose whatsoever other than to protect some sort of legal disclaimer. You can stir your pellets with a stick. If you have cavitations, you can check for cavitations. If you want to, if you have trouble getting your pellets into the auger, so let's say there's some large pellets that won't work their way down in there, you can take a stick. I've had to do this on several different occasions. Work with the pellets a little bit, clears up the auger and lets it run. So that is yet another trick that I've learned using this unit, is that you don't need this grate, but if you want to follow Pit Boss's recommendations, leave it in there, don't touch it. That's the best thing that you can do. So when it comes to chamber temp and knowing what the temperature inside your chamber is, You've got your internal thermometer back here in the back corner on this particular model. On some other models, it's in different areas. That means that it tells you what the chamber temp is right there. Okay, and so that doesn't necessarily mean that's what the chamber temp is right here or down here or up here. And so one thing that you can do is you can use one of your factory meat probes that Pit Boss sends. You get one when you buy one of these, but you can get a couple more or one more for pretty cheap. I think they're like 10 bucks or something like that. And you've got the ability to use two out of your control panel. And so if you want to use one in your protein and another one, hang it in the chamber somewhere, set it on a rack, that'll give you another idea of what's going on inside your chamber so that you've got a better idea of what temperature your foods are exposed to in different areas of your pit boss. So that's another trick that I've learned along the way. Next trick, and this is something that's very specific to this particular model, and that is your ash pot. There's a little knob down here that you have to unscrew to get the burn pot to release. Once you've got that done, that pulls out. Now you can see I haven't cleaned mine out, but once you do dump it out and you get ready to put it back in, what you're going to find is that there's some resistance right there, and you wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And so the trick is that you get it up, you get it there, and then you're going to need to lift up a little bit and push. So it's an up and push. And I at first thought that it was just mine and that maybe mine was just warped, but I've got a Facebook group, probably the best Facebook group in existence, called American Smoked Carnivores, and several other people have told me that they've had the same problems. And the thing is that if you don't lift up and push in at the same time and get it to fully go back into its factory set position, you will not get this little screw on the bottom down here to thread, and you will not be able to lock it into place. Now, in previous videos, I have said that I just get it far in there as I can and don't worry with it. Now, I've never had any problems. But if you're the type that you want everything how it's supposed to be, you want to get that thread in there locked into place so that you don't have anything to worry about. It's lift up and push in. So there's another little trick for you. One more thing that kind of took me a while to get into was using a scraper on my glass. Now, I've got several videos where I use different chemicals on this to clean it, and the best thing that you can do is to hit it with a light degreaser. Really take your pick. If you're not much into scraping, I did a video on Awesome. I've done a video using Simple Orange, and I've done a couple other videos using different things, but keep you a glass scraper handy whenever it's warm, especially like after a cook. Scrape it real quick, and it's kind of bada bing, bada boom. You'll keep your visibility of your barbecue, and that's one of the best things about these vertical cookers is that you're able to watch as that beautiful mahogany builds onto your barbecue. Don't get much better than that. Am I right? Let me know in the comments below. Is that one of your favorite things about making barbecue? Okay, so last but not least, now I have done several videos on how to keep this thing clean for the most part, using heavy duty aluminum foil to wrap certain things up. You can go check those out, all part of the channel. Make sure to hit the like button while you're doing that. Helps me out a ton, doesn't cost you anything. Really helps with the algorithm, that sort of stuff. Let's move on. But the best thing that you can do is to get some of these. It's going to help you have better barbecue, and it's going to help to keep your pit clean. It does that in two ways. You put it down here on the bottom. You do lose a shelf. Now, if you're using all of your shelves, then you may just want to wrap your drip pan cover plate and your water pan in some heavy duty aluminum foil. But if you're not using all the shelves, just put you a big aluminum pan. Now, this particular one is a 16 5/8 by 11 7/8, so it pretty much covers the whole rack. And what you do is you put water in there, so you have a secondary water pan, and it also acts as a drip tray for everything above it. And so all of your fat, your seasonings, all that sort of stuff that's dripping down, 90% of it's going to land in the pan with the water. The water's going to evaporate, keeping your food moist, keeping the outside surface of your proteins tacky so that smoke adheres to them, and you get that good bark build up on your proteins. But if you're going to add one thing in to your smoker to make it easy to keep clean and to make better barbecue, this is a huge hack try it out. Let me know what you think. Guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it, just sharing some knowledge with you guys, some experience that I've had along the way. That's some things about this particular unit and about making barbecue in general that I've learned. Let me know some of your tips and tricks in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching. Smoke on, and I'll see you guys in the next video.